As the Lord of Azeroth's fire elementals, Ragnaros desires nothing more than to burn the world to ash. Under the command of the old gods, he waged a war against the Titans eons ago and was banished to the Firelands after his defeat. Ragnaros has returned to threaten Azeroth twice, once when he was summoned by the Dark Iron Dwarves, and again when Deathwing shattered the world. The Fire Lord now turns his rage toward the Nexus, intent on incinerating everyone and everything within it. Ragnaros is a resilient melee assassin that controls the battlefield through his mastery of flame and by taking over allied or destroyed forts to call upon his full power. Ragnaros' trait is Molten Core. When activated, Ragnaros takes the place of a targeted allied or destroyed fort for a short period. Although he cannot move, he gains a new set of abilities that can devastate the enemy team. Ragnaros is much larger and more powerful while Molten Core is active, but his health bar depletes over time. When it reaches 0, Ragnaros returns to his normal form. Empower Sulfuras is Ragnaros' primary attack ability. When cast, it causes his next melee attack to hit instantly, dealing area damage and healing him for a portion of the damage dealt. While Molten Core is active, Empower Sulfuras is replaced with Molten Swing. Ragnaros swipes his hammer in a wide arc, damaging and stunning all enemies hit. Ragnaros can also call down a living meteor, which crashes upon a target location, then rolls in a straight line, damaging enemies in its way. You can choose the direction the meteor rolls while targeting. Living Meteor is replaced with Meteor Shower during Molten Core. Instead of calling down a single rolling meteor, Ragnaros summons several that land one after another in the chosen direction, slowing enemies they hit. Blast Wave provides both utility and damage. Ragnaros places a buff on himself or on an ally that temporarily increases movement speed. When the buff expires, it explodes and deals damage to all enemies within the blast radius. When Ragnaros activates Molten Core, Blast Wave is replaced with Explosive Rune. Ragnaros burns a fiery rune onto the ground, which explodes after a brief delay for heavy damage to any enemy standing on top of it. Sulfuras Smash is Ragnaros' first heroic ability. Ragnaros throws Sulfuras into the air, and after a short time later, it slams into the ground, dealing damage to all enemies in the target area. Enemies in the center of the area suffer triple the damage and are stunned afterward. Ragnaros' second heroic ability, Lava Wave, can take a little longer to reach your enemies, but is capable of dealing incredible amounts of damage. When activated, a giant wave of lava starts at your core and travels down the entire targeted lane, instantly killing all enemy minions and heavily damaging enemy heroes. Ragnaros excels at defending forts and keeps since he can take them over with Molten Core. Use this to your advantage, stalling your opponents and buying time for your allies to regroup after a potential lost objective. While Molten Core is active, all damage that would have been dealt to a fort is instead dealt to Ragnaros. When facing an enemy Ragnaros in Molten Core, focus your attacks on him to quickly return him to normal. If Molten Core is interrupted, Ragnaros will be unable to cast it again for 10 seconds, so interrupt him if you see him start to channel it. The healing from Empower Sulfuras can keep Ragnaros in the fight for an extended period of time. It also causes his next basic attack to become instant, allowing him to deliver powerful burst damage if its use is well timed. Living Meteor can be used to poke and chase fleeing enemies, or to punish enemies who are chasing you. Use Blast Wave to initiate, disengage, or to secure a kill with the support of an ally. Ragnaros performs well in large team skirmishes due to his area damage. If you're facing an enemy Ragnaros, stay spread out and force him to focus on a single target. Sulfurous Smash is a powerful heroic ability that you can use to set up team fights. When Molten Core is active, its range is significantly increased, allowing you to influence the battle from a great distance. Choose Lava Wave as your heroic ability to make Ragnaros a formidable split pusher, allowing him to remain in one lane while sending a Lava Wave to clear out a second on its own. This devastating heroic can also be used to force enemies out of lane in order to set up a team fight. A well-timed Lava Wave can wash over the enemy team and quickly reduce them to cinders. Ragnaros calls upon the raw elemental power of fire, leaving entire worlds immolated in his wake. Make sure to leave us a comment and subscribe to Heroes of the Storm on YouTube. We'll see you in the Nexus.